Hi, my name is Jason, and this is my audience. Alright, so from the beginning of time, there has always been one constant variable in the life of a human being. For ages, the human race has always been consuming food, and they always will. When it comes to food, the way it is prepared and presented changes drastically every day as we know it. And one important aspect of the way when presenting and creating food is what you are cooking it on. And overall, out of every piece of cookware, cast iron is the most effective when it comes to cooking. From my own personal experience, I have always found the concept of cooking extremely interesting. It has brought me extreme joy in my life, and I don't think I would change any of the memories that I have about it. I've spent several years of my life in the kitchen, and I have competed in culinary competitions that have taken place at the national level, and in those competitions I have placed second. I feel as though it is important to know why cast iron is one of the most effective cookware materials, so that people who do not know how to cook can learn how to cook with cast iron to make perfect meals for themselves and others if they choose to. Specifically, the things that cast iron that make it more effective than other pieces of cookware are its history in the world, how well it holds heat, how well it holds its heat, and the other things that you're able to do with it. Cast iron has been around for over thousands of years, making its way in the impacts of Chinese dynasties and even in modern society as well. Not only has it been used to craft like cookware, like pots and pans, it's also been used to make bridges, weapons, and even pipes for like drains. The use of cast iron has been around for 2,000 years, and for as long as you're able to take care of it, it's going to last for as long as you need it to. It's important to take care of your cast iron so they don't rust and become trash instead of a treasured item that you can use in the kitchen. I personally have had a cast iron pan in my family for over 60 years, and I still use it to this day and make sure that it's in great condition, that I'm able to use it whenever I feel and maybe pass it down later on in life. When using it in cooking, these pans are extremely helpful, and they're strong, durable, and they hold their heat pretty well. With these pans being able to retain their heat, they improve the quality of the meal that you are making, so there's no hot spots across the pan so that nothing is cooked unevenly. This makes it perfect cookware to use when cooking things such as soups, protein items, and even baked goods. This makes it perfect. A perfect pan to use for not only on stovetop cooking, but also in the oven. Cast iron is extremely versatile when it comes to cooking. As I just said, you can use it in the stovetop, in the oven. Many people also use cast iron when they go to camping. Since it's able to hold its heat, it helps out when cooking over a campfire in case that campfire starts to die down. This has been a modern tradition in many societies for using cast iron when cooking and camping. It's really easy to clean, it's easy to make your food in, and when you go out and you catch something fresh or hunt something fresh, you're able to cook it right away since it works so perfectly when making something. Cast iron is helpful when it comes to baking as well. Due to the pan being one single piece of metal instead of multiple pieces combined together, the heat is distributed evenly across the entire pan so that what you're baking is cooked perfectly. People use this to make large skillet cookies, cornbreads, and even some people use it to make cake. Another odd way to use cast iron that doesn't involve heat at all is the process of using it as a cold plate. You can use a flat cast iron griddle on some dry ice to create a cold plate. Since the cast iron is a metal, it holds its coolness very well, as well as it does its heat. And using it as a cold plate, you can make ice cream by placing the ice cream base on the cast iron griddle and just flattening it out and moving it around so that it contracts that heat and freezes up. With all these points on cast iron, it is so helpful for someone who wants to cook. It has a large history, so it has made quite the impact in society. It is very helpful when cooking anything so that it holds your heat and your meals are always perfect. It has so many uses that you can make anything from cornbread to ice cream with it. For someone who loves cooking, I want to be there to remind people the importance of having the best cookware so they're able to make amazing meals.
Cool. All right.